playoff quarterfinal is Wednesday night as Ohio State, the defending champs, take on Miami in the Cotton Bowl Classic. Buckeye wide receiver Jeremiah Smith, a South Florida, Miami kid, and he basically says if Miami was as good as Ohio State, he would have gone there out of high school.
Postseason margins disappear quickly, and the Cotton Bowl presents a matchup built on pressure, depth, and defensive leverage. Ohio State and Miami arrive in Arlington with contrasting paths, but similar urgency, each constructed to win games when execution, not volume, decides outcomes. Number 10 Miami arrives after a gritty 10-3 road win over Texas A&M at Kyle Field, a defensive slugfest where the Hurricanes held the Aggies to 3 of 1-2 on third down to secure the program's first college football playoff victory. It was a game defined by situational dominance, sealed by Bryce Fitzgerald's interception in the final minute.
Marcel Reed shotgun, looking to his left. Sweet!
Bryce Fitzgerald
with his second pick of the game.
Bryce Fitzgerald
to put ice on the Miami Hurricanes.
Empowered by Mark Fletcher Jr.'s career-high 172 rushing yards. Number 2 Ohio State returns to the Cotton Bowl for the second straight season following a first-round bye. 1 year ago, the Buckeyes used a historic scoop and score by Jack Sawyer in this very game to launch a national title run.
For yours. Pressure comes. Sawyer knocked it out and picks it up. Jack Sawyer headed down the sidelines. Ohio State scoop and score and dagger from 82 yards.
This time, Ohio State enters looking for redemption after a stunning 13-10 loss to Indiana in the Big Ten Championship, a game where the nation's #1 scoring defense, 7.8 PPG, did its job, but a missed fourth-quarter field goal left a bitter taste in Columbus.
No good! He missed it!
The defining battleground begins up front. Miami's defensive front is anchored by unanimous All-American Ruben Bain Jr., who must disrupt the timing of an Ohio State offense that sputtered in Indianapolis. Ohio State counters with All-American defensive tackle Caden M.C. Donald, tasked with plugging the gaps against a Miami line led by Francis Mauigoa that just mauled Texas A&M for 175 rushing yards. At quarterback, the matchup represents past versus future. Miami's Carson Beck brings veteran composure and the clutch gene, proven by his 11-yard game-winning touchdown pass to Malachi Toney last round.
Continue to lean on the ground and pound. 5 plays on the drive, all of them carries by Fletcher for 75 yards. Undoubtedly, no, they're not going to give it again. They're going to give it to Toney. Toney scores a touchdown! What a call!
Ohio State freshman Julian Sayin, conversely, is looking to regain his rhythm after his first collegiate loss. Despite the stumble, Sayin has delivered one of the most efficient seasons in history, throwing for 3,323 yards and 31 touchdowns while completing 78.4% of his passes, the highest mark in the country. The secondary matchup may ultimately decide the outcome. Miami benefited significantly from the return of Keontae Scott in the first round, but Ohio State safety Caleb Downs continues to separate himself as the most impactful defender in college football, leading a unit that has allowed fewer than 260 yards per game all season. Miami has the pass rush and rushing attack to disrupt rhythm early and shorten the game. T-challenge comes once adjustments set in and spacing widens. Ohio State's depth, perimeter speed, and ability to generate explosive plays, particularly through Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate, begin to stress Miami's secondary as the game progresses. Sustaining that pressure for 4 quarters becomes difficult. That separation shows on the scoreboard. My final prediction: Ohio State 34, Miami 17,